Quarkus Insights, episode 10. We already have 3 thumbs ups already. Haven't started. That's good omen.
Yay.
Today we're gonna talk about change data capture, Debezium, and the outbox pattern, and all of that related to Quarkus. The title was way too long, so it doesn't fit in the screen, so I had to cut it. But the special guest here today is Gunnar Morning.
Hey there.
Hey.
Hey.
Thanks for having me. Really cool.
You're very welcome. So before we get started, let's do a bit of a miscellany. But before we do that, so yeah, you see Gunnar's face. It's all blurry. We don't know why, but
Yeah.
maybe he cleaned the webcam with some very abrasive systems
No,
or something.
you see, I'm making a case with my manager to get a new laptop, but it's taking its time.
It did work for Guillaume, actually. He got the new Lenovo after 3 years or something.
But it took him 4 months to get it with all the back orders that they had. I mean, it'll take a while.
That's insane.
You're probably better off getting a regular webcam if you can find one.
Yes, which was your problem, right?
Oh yeah, I had a huge problem with that. Mine was horrible, and I couldn't find any decent webcam here, and it took me 2 months to find one. But yeah, should be good now.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyways,
so-
I mean, it's really mostly about my screen, right? So it should be fine.
So before we go into Gunnar's introduction, let me show you a tiny bit of information around what's recent about Quarkus. Let me get that. So first of all, you can always go to the website to get some news. Interesting stuff is, I don't know if you know, but in the blog, there is a section called, newsletter. And it's essentially a hell of a lot of links around Quarkus informations that are not from within the Quarkus community itself. So if you are insomniac or a lot of time on your hands, there is a lot of information, whether you like videos or text. Probably scan it every now and then and see if there is a subject you're really interested specifically with, and that's an interesting data point around the whole universe of Quarkus. And I wanted to mention that we're in the process of releasing 1.6. So we have a process where we do the CR1 first, which is what's inside the Quarkus monorepo. So it's the core of Quarkus plus some of the key historical extensions. And so we did the CR1. I don't think we hit any big bugs, right?
No.
Okay.
We between CR1 and final, I think we only had to fix very minor issues. So yeah, we were good.
Cool.
But you did do some testing.
Yeah, so we release it to the community in the Quarkus Dev. People can hear and test. They've been really great. We really appreciate the fact that you test ahead of time. This release definitely does help. Then we released last week, I think, Quarkus Core Final, which is again not the whole ecosystem. So in some sense, it's still a private release, and that release is used by the whole extension ecosystem. So Cupid and Camel, specifically Cogito, and all of the extensions, so they can rely on the final version of Core. And then we release the full platform, which is what you know about. This is the release that you need to look at, and that's going to happen this week, July 8th, maybe July 9th, depending on how the gods of Sonatype are with us or not, and other moving pieces. And that's why sometimes you see a new tag on GitHub and you're notified and you say, hey, I want to use the new Quarkus version. And then you're like, hey, there is missing pieces. That's the exact reason. It's because the core has been released, but not the actual platform. So we don't announce it. It's not on the website and anything. So Gunnar was actually having that issue this morning.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's a good reminder and explanation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because Gunnar's extension is on the platform, it's not on the core. So if you want to use Debezium, you have to wait a couple days.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
So if you have any questions, please use the comment systems like the YouTube live thing. And even if it's not related to Debezium, like a bit before, like, in the general announcement, if you have a question, go for it. In the meantime, Gunnar, so who are you? What are you doing?
Yeah, right.
And so on and so on.
Excellent. Yeah, so I work as a software engineer at Red Hat, and I'm mostly involved with Debezium these days. So that's the project I'm going to talk about today. I've been with Red Hat for quite some time. Before that, I was even working more closely with Emmanuel as part of the Hibernate team. But yeah, since a few years, I'm working on Debezium. And Quarkus is a little bit of a special interest of mine. And actually, well, we have the Debezium extension as part of Quarkus, which we're going to talk about today. But there's another one I'm involved with, which is about making Kafka Streams apps workable with Quarkus. And maybe I can even come back and talk about that one. But yeah, I think that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Okay.
Great.
I've got a problem here because the feed doesn't show on YouTube. It's like as if we hadn't started.
Let me check. Let me check real quick.
Why? That's a bit scary.
Let me check real quick. Quarkus Insights. Okay. Yeah, it's not showing anything. It's just on waiting for Quarkus IO.
I guess I can start. Fuck. I'm supposed to be live. It's not working.
Darn.
And I still see 0 people joined, so I think that's it's just not working.
Yeah, I'm on. For me, it's just showing the waiting screen.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I think it's better to call it out because we're just wasting time. And
yeah.
All right. That sucks.
So what should I do? Are you going to tweet something or?
Okay, so I mentioned it in the chat.
Okay.
I guess we need to. I'll tweet it as well. Did we tweet the fact that we were gonna have this event?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
No, but did Quarkus tweet it? That is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People retweeted it like hell.
Yeah, I don't see it in the
Quarkus IO.
Quarkus tweets.
Oh, there's a top. It says due to scheduling conflict, this has been moved to 18 Central European Standard Time.
There was another one today, I think.
Oh yeah. There was one 3 hours ago. You're right. Yeah.
Okay. Should I reply to myself?
No, when you gotta do a quote tweet, nobody sees replies.
A quote tweet?
Yeah. Like a quote retweet.
How do you quote tweet? Okay.
Or retweet with comment.
Oh, so you hear us, Dineb. Well,
What's that?
We're audible on the other channel, the office hours channel.
So, Georgios, where are you based actually?
Athens, Greece.
Oh, okay.
Well, but my accent is probably throwing you off. My mother's American, so my accent sounds American.
Okay, yeah. It sounds very native.